Hi guys, today I've got a Ryobi 18-inch gas straight shaft string trimmer. This is a 4-cycle S430 model. The oil and the gas are separate. I've got all the parts laid out here. I just took it out of the box. This trimmer allows you to use different attachments. This is the trimmer shaft attachment here. I'll be putting that in place here a little later. Let me show you some of the other attachments you can use. Here's some of the brands. Some of the attachments you can use are here. Okay, so I've got the handle here. Put the handle in place. You just push it on right below the arrow there. That snaps in place. Once it's snapped in, there's a hex bolt here. Line up the head right here and then tighten the handle on using a wing nut here. Got the deflector here. We'll be putting the deflector on here. Let's see how we do that. A little slot in here. Got the wing nut. Just take the little slot and push it in there. Just line up the wing nuts here with the screw hole and tighten that in place. All right, so the trimmer now is assembled. All we need to do is put some oil and gas into it. Okay, so we've got some oil here that came with it, 20W50. I want to mention that this little green piece here is for loading the new trim line. You don't have to take off the head to do that. You just cut 18 foot of line, feed it through here. You want to match up this arrow here with the arrows here, and then once you've got it lined, or once you've got the line in there, then you can just turn this, and it's kind of a speed line. I forget what they call it exactly, but that's what that's for. Got some additional trimmer line here that came with it. This right here, when you take the attachment off, you slide this cover on, lock it in place, and you can actually hang the trimmer, in your garage or wherever. However, I do want to say that I was reading the instructions. Storage on this trimmer is best to store it horizontal like this if you're not going to be using it for more than a month or so. All right, before I try to start it, let me show you some of the features here of the motor. First of all, We've got the air filter cover here. This is held on by the latch down here. The slots here, just pop that, I guess, down. I'm not going to take it off, but you can remove that, and the filter is right behind this cover. We've got the idle screw right here. Need to adjust that. Primer bulb right here. All right, the spark plug is right here. Now to get to the spark plug, there's a screw right here. You just unscrew that. There's a top cover and a bottom cover right here. So you would take the top cover off, and you can access the spark plug. Also, you can take this cover off if you need to adjust the rocker arms. There's a section in the instructions that show you how to do that. Say if you've been running it for hopefully months or a year or so, you may have to adjust those if it's not starting well, or if it's not running well. Real easy to do according to the instructions. So yeah, you take the cover off. Once you take the cover off here, there's one screw that holds the head on, and you just unscrew that, and you'll be able to adjust the rocker arms. You'll need a feeler gauge to do that. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you want to operate this with always with the muffler holding the trimmer on the right side of your body, because it can get quite hot. Gas tank, of course. Also, let me show you the filler cap here for oil. I'll be filling that up in just a minute. Then there'll be a dipstick there. When you do that, make sure there's no attachment on, like I have here, so that the engine will sit level, and you can check your oil that way. Okay, I've got some instructions here. I'm going to take this outside and try to start it, get the gas, and put the oil in it. Okay, I just added oil and gas. They provided a little bottle cap. They call it a funnel, and it actually screws on to this 2.2 ounce bottle of oil, so that was easy to pour. I removed the dipstick here and poured this whole content of oil in here. Did remove the attachment before I checked the dipstick so that it's completely level. Check that it's in good shape. The gas I used unleaded gas. Let me show you something here. It says do not use any E15 or E85 fuel. It's a violation of federal law and will just damage the unit and void the warranty. Only use unleaded gasoline, up to 10% ethanol. So I'm going to go ahead and put the attachment back on, and then go over the starting instructions. Okay, trimmer attachment is back on now, so I'm going to start it for the first time. The first time it starts, it'll probably smoke some. So to start the trimmer, I'm going to prime it 10 times, pushing the primer bulb. I'm going to set it on full choke. I'll be holding the throttle here, gripping that, pulling the cord at the same time. I'll pull it 3 times. If it does not start, then I'm going to move it to the half choke. Then I'll pull it until it starts. Once it does start, I'll let it run for about 10 seconds, and then I will pull it over to the run position. Okay, a couple of things there I want to show you here. I'm just going to go back over the instructions here again. So you prime it 10 times, set the choke to full choke, squeeze throttle trigger fully through step 6. We'll see, with throttle fully engaged, pull starter grip, max 3 times. Okay, if it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit or lower, continue to pull the grip and rope until the engine runs. If it's warmer than 60 degrees like it is where I'm at, then you move it to the half choke and you pull the starter grip until the engine runs. To turn it off, just put the stop here. I'm going to let it run for a little bit. Okay, so that's it as far as starting the trimmer. I'll try to give a demonstration later on trimming, as well as adding line sometime. I'll try to give updates. I'll try to give updates through the months as I use it to let you know how it's working. One last thing, I guess. Once it's warm, press the primer bulb 10 times slowly. Set choke lever to run. Pull starter grip and rope till engine runs. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope it's been helpful. And I'm gonna do some trimming here. Well-needed trimming around the fence here, around the house, pretty much everywhere. So thanks for watching again. Have a great day. Take care.